Their first clean sheet against England since the Euro 2000 qualifiers, which were in 1999. And there have been 5 games in total throughout that. Craig, what was most impressive about that was the fact that they did have Scott McTominay, a midfielder, in their defence.
And a youngster in Billy Gilmore, who's a super young talent, moved from Rangers to Chelsea as a youngster. Frank Lampard gave him some game time. Don't know how much he's had under Thomas Tuchel, not much. Stevie Clark, my old teammate, gave him a couple of caps. And the ironic thing is, I don't think if they had extended the squads from 23 to 26, Billy Gilmore would have been in the squad. Probably wouldn't have been. And that just gave him the chance to put him in as a little wild card, somebody who can play a pass and do something different. And he wasn't overawed, because we've played at Wembley in these big games in front of almost 100,000. I mean, it wasn't tonight full. There's a lot of pressure, and for somebody so young, I thought he handled it well. It was a bit like Denmark yesterday. I don't think Denmark could play much better against a Tier 1 team. And I don't think Scotland could play much better against a supposed Tier 1 team. England weren't great, but they are one of the bookies' favourites. And I don't think Scotland, with the personnel that they have, can play much better than that.
Andy Robertson said he thinks England will still be one of the favourites to progress from the group. But they will,
I don't think he meant that.
No, I don't think he did either. He meant they'll be one of the favourites for the tournament. And they will be at least expected to qualify from the group. But having seen the other contenders to win this competition, and having seen England now in their opening 2 games, what have you made of them, Taylor?
Anemic, lethargic, and I'm not just describing Harry Kane. When you look at this team, particularly on the attacking side, and you tell me those 2 performances that they've had to open Euro 2020, and Jadon Sancho can't get on the field? I mean, you would tell me then that this is an English side with Neymar, with Mbappe, with that kind of quality, and yet Sancho can't get into this game. It's alarming to me, even the Croatia game, at how you have these individual players that are very talented, and yet collectively, when they come together, there's always still this pragmatic approach, Macca, with how Southgate looks at it, and he's like, I need a double pivot in there. I need to have someone here. I don't want to be as expansive, and yet they played that way. They didn't play on the front foot at all.
No, they never. Well, they haven't done for a number of years. I mean, they were fortunate, or not fortunate. Even in the World Cup, I remember I was going through the games. They never once. You know, I never sat back after an England game and thought, wow, they were excellent today, which I've done about Italy this week, which I've done about Belgium yesterday, particularly in the second half, about France. England, I mean, I shouldn't do England games because after every England game, I just go, oh, you know, they were average again, underwhelming. It's as if all the air just gets, you know, sucked out of you because they were so poor. You're waiting for them to do something to excite you, and they don't. Grealish come on, flattered to deceive. You know, Sancho's on the bench. He doesn't know who to pick. Rashford came on late on. The 2 defensive-minded for me, they're at home. I know there's not a big amount of fans. Look at Harry Kane's touches. Non-existent in the Croatia game. Under pressure. People were saying he shouldn't play today. I thought he should play today. But again, he hasn't done anything to help his cause looking forward. I
wouldn't start him in the 3rd game. I'll tell you that right now. I wouldn't start him in the 3rd game. And I would try to bring some kind of energy to the group.
Do something
there
to change
needed to be energy. And that's the most alarming thing to me, is that you have this quality roster where the Scotland team looks at it and says, well, give us half of those players. And yet they start there, and they're almost as if they're scared to make a mistake. They're scared to lose instead of trying to win.
Yeah, but that's it.
And that's the kind of performance you get.
That's exactly what it is. Because of the occasion, because they're at home, nobody wants to make a mistake. So their first thought is, I look forward, that's a tricky pass. You know what I'll do? I'll just pass it back there because it's easy. And let someone else, you know, try the killer pass. Let somebody else make the mistake. And that's what it was like today. It was as if the confidence was just gone out of every single one of them. And their first thought was, I'm going backwards. I'm passing the ball backwards so I don't give it away to the opposition.
Gareth Southgate and Steve Clarke deep in conversation at the end.
I thought I saw a smile on Clarkie's face there. I was almost.
Come on.
Not if you knew a camera was there.
So that's why he's got the beard. It always covers it. I tell you the worry for England, because they will be in the knockout stages. We don't know what's going to happen with Scotland. It's going to be tough. But the World Cup semi-final, he got outfoxed tactically by Croatia, and he couldn't fix it on the pitch. We saw Belgium yesterday be no different to England for 45 minutes, but then the manager went in and goes, OK, no more fighting with Kier, Lukaku. Go and play a bit wider. Carrasco, you play a bit wider. De Bruyne in, a little bit deeper. Make them think. I mean, they're great players, but it changed the game. England have players that can change a game. But I wonder if they have a manager who's capable of making those big in-game decisions when a game like against a rugged side like Scotland's not going your way. That would be my concern if I was an England fan going forward. So
England failed to score against Scotland, but Scotland not scoring in this game means that, Craig, you're still the last person to score for Scotland in a major tournament.
I have a sneaky suspicion this may last for another 4 years.
Yeah, here we go. Look at that.
If Scotland want to progress,
what a finish.
That's going to have to change.
It was an even better finish.
Goal.
It was an even better feeling because my big mate was in goal for Norway. That's the Chelsea goalkeeper. I won't tell you what he called me after the game.
Hopefully it was in Norwegian.
It's probably something all of us here have called you as well. So
I've got a line up my sleeve anyway, because if a Scotland player scores against Croatia, I'll just say, last player to score at a World Cup.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'm not finished with dining out in this yet.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.